We are here with the soloist trumpet Manu Mellaerts from Brussels Opera House. He's as Erasmus teacher here in Salerno Conservatoire and has made an Erasmus masterclass for our students. Professor Mellaerts, you are here for the first time in Salerno. And how did you find here?
Well, it was a bit surprise for me in different ways. It was first as a city. It's a fantastic city, Salerno. So I'm very grateful to be here. It was a real big surprise for me and a different way of working. Maybe on the base of the basic elements of the trumpet playing should work a little more. But I have the feeling that the people and the students as well as the teachers are willing to learn, and that's very good.
Okay. You space from the baroque to classical repertoire to modern to contemporary authors. Having a vast knowledge of music history, which authors have influenced you most and which do you prefer?
You mean the composers?
Yeah.
Composers?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, there is a big tradition in Belgium of baroque music, and a lot of chamber orchestras are in Belgium, and so I was always very influenced by the baroque music. Then later on, of course, the French school, like specific composers like Thomasy, Jolivet, these 1950 composers, has had a big influence on my view of playing and working on this repertoire.
Another question: many young people get closer to music and this instrument, but very few are those who manage to success.
Yeah. Very few. But I think that is a common thing all over the world. I mean, you have to have a very strict way of working, a strict way of building up your career and your study, the way of working, the way of studying, and very few. But I think this is normal, and I don't think we should change that. It's normal, I think. Let's say that a lot of people have potential here in Salerno, and few will be chosen, but I don't think it's different in any country.
Yeah. So, you have reached an exceptional level. What do you recommend to young people?
I especially recommend young people to listen as much as possible to recordings, which is not always the case. Listen to music, every kind of music, not only for the instrument, not only classical music, but listen as much as you can. That's one thing. The second thing is try to open your horizons towards the music world. Try to figure out what's happening in Europe, in the world. This is very important, and in this way the Erasmus project can add a new wind.
Okay, trumpet plays an important role in orchestras and ensembles. Tell me your opinion on contemporary literature for trumpet. How would you rate the relationship between composer and instrumentalist? Is so fundamental to the development of new work for trumpet.
Yeah, the new repertoire is huge for trumpet. Let's say that we have an instrument that in the Romantic period, let's say, the Romantic period is not so big. Few pieces. The repertoire is very small comparing with, for example, piano or other instruments. Now the new music is huge. The contemporary music literature for trumpet is huge, and I think people should look and search for new pieces. And there is a lot of For example, commissions could be fantastic. This is one thing that I think we should implicate also in the conservatoire. More relationship with composers, young composers, but right for the instrument.
Yes. You are a great festival organizer. Do you think something can be done here in Salerno?
I'm sure. I'm sure there can be done something in Salerno. The thing, geographically spoken, the place is fantastic. You see the buildings. There's a lot of places in the city where concerts can be done, churches. The theater is fantastic. The only thing to organize this is you need a lot of money to do it, and you need people who are willing to invest in this kind of cultural things like festivals. It could be for the international opening for Salerno, could be fantastic for the international community to know Salerno as a cultural city, and not only because it's beautiful or because of the harbor or whatever. If you could find the right people to support this kind of project, and I think there are in Salerno people who can support it, and if they are willing to do it, it could be fantastic, I'm sure.
Okay, you are solo trumpet in the opera house, in the symphony orchestra, musical director of festival brass band, artistic director of ensemble Belgian brass. Any dreams for the future?
I think this is already enough. What I want mostly to do is to share my knowledge about the trumpet, which I have had from many teachers in the world. I want to give it. I think it's my duty to do it. That's why I'm so willing to do festivals, Erasmus teaching, master classes and things like that, just to share and to let young people know, listen, this is my experience, try what I have to say to you, and this is, I think, the most thing that I want to do for the future for myself, but especially for the young generation.
Okay, thanks a lot, Manu Mellaerts, and see you again in Salerno.
Thank you, Francesco.